Titanfall is a multiplayer shooter that pits two squads of 6 pilots against each other. All pilots are equipped with the ability to call forth a massive mech robot called a Titan to fight beside them or use as a monstrous assault weapon. Now, Titanfall has been out for nearly 2 weeks, but it's about time we gave our thoughts. It's a satisfying multiplayer shooter. There's no traditional campaign, but I don't really think people care for campaigns too much in shooters any longer. Now, Respawn solves this by calling its campaign a linear adventure through the 2 most popular multiplayer modes. There's attrition, your standard team deathmatch, and the self-explained hardpoint domination. The story, so to speak, is told through short cutscenes between matches and spoken dialogue between non-playable and rarely seen key individuals in an ongoing conflict between 2 factions that seemingly fight about everything and over the same thing.
Dr. Hammond, now as I understand it, the IMC's refueling facility here at Demeter is vital for travel between the core and the frontier.
Resources. You see what I mean? Who cares about all that? Let's just shoot something. In that regard, it stays with the traditional shooter controls and mechanics, so that makes it easy to pick up and understand. There aren't many multiplayer modes to begin with, as the regular 5 make their debuts such as Capture the Flag and Domination mode, but I do think more modes will be added in the future through DLC. Each mode remains 6 versus 6, but with the added AI in the battle in the form of infantry and snipers, it does lend towards a more crowded environment. Now, these bots are artificial, but not very intelligent. I consider them target practice as you develop your skills and rack up some XP. One plus is it has 15 maps from the get-go, and DLC is only $10 instead of the customary $15 to $20. You can get a season pass for $25 to save yourself $5. Now, the DLC is scheduled to fall in spring, summer, and fall. Now, this leads me to believe that there will be a sequel by spring of next year, which will make this an annualized title. The graphics are impressive. There's not much attention to lighting dynamics, although they do literally shine on the Xbox One. Explosions and environments are the big winners here. Every shot fired, missile landed, and Titan falling looks as exciting as it feels to execute. Clouds of dust swirl, smoke emits from buildings, and mechanical parts move realistically. The environments envelop you, giving you a real feel of a battle taking place. Even mechanical movements and the detail of weapons bring to life a greater sense of, this is really happening. Although there is little distinction between your team and the opponent, character movement is fluid and looks believable when looking across the screen or in spectator mode after death. The Titans certainly live up to their name and look like Goliaths in comparison to the rest of the on-screen objects. They move as you would expect a massive mechanical menace to and are rugged enough to give you the sense of being in a powerful vehicle that's very difficult to stop. The parkour-like abilities of your pilot make you more nimble than ever before in a shooter. Had this game been a third-person shooter, I don't think it would have felt as enjoyable. In first-person view, you float over the battlefield gracefully and with intent. You feel like you can go anywhere for the best vantage point. And you truly can go anywhere your boots and jetpack will take you. Maps are amazing to me because you can really have no sense of boundaries while playing. It seems like the locales you fight in can really go on forever. I didn't exactly get lost when navigating the maps, but I certainly didn't feel like I had seen all of a map during each individual playthrough. It really makes each match feel different, if not only due to the vast amount of maps you get to play on. Guns feel very Halo-like and satisfying. They all make the appropriate sounds and feedback when firing. Now, I've only made it to about level 26 or 27, and I don't have many unlocks. Now, this can be a good or bad thing. Maybe I play a little bit more and get some really sweet stuff, or there's just not that much to look forward to. That will be a real bummer. But I will say that the weapons I do have definitely get the job done. So there aren't any real concerns in that regard. Overall, it's a complete shooter that promises to be a title worth returning to. I would even say to those who have been spent on COD series and don't find Battlefield titles to their liking, that Titanfall will fill that gap nicely. In my opinion, Titanfall will be a system seller, if only to say that Call of Duty and Battlefield don't sell systems. And right now, there's no better game out that warrants the purchase of a console. If you want a shooter for your shiny next-gen console, Titanfall is a new addition to the field that brings some redeeming surprises that will keep you hooked.
Caution, you are outnumbered 2-1.
If looking to try something new on your Xbox 360, then Titanfall is the way to go, even if it's just to take a break from the mundane shooters that rely heavily on an exaggerated story or a campaign that never really translates to multiplayer. In the end, One Life to Play gives Titanfall 87 hit points out of 100.
All units, we're getting destroyed out here, but there's still time left. Do whatever it takes to turn it around.